Hi everybody. Sorry, we were saying jokes and stuff before we started. Welcome back to Materia D&D, where we play D&D our way. We are on part 2 of session 170, and we are picking up with the Crass Menagerie that have made it all the way from the east side of Whitlaw to the west side on the outside of Whitlaw proper, trying to find a way to get into Whitlaw through the checkpoints at the gates. Ofuma supposedly has a way to help them get in at sundown, but the menagerie and crew are trying to figure out ways to make it seem more natural that a group of 30 people would be traveling in. So the Cross Menagerie have given in total 10 gold and 60 silver to some of the heralds of exploration to go backtrack and to head out to some of the farmsteads and see if they're able to purchase a cart, some bags, some barrels, some other stuff, so that they can make it look like they are actually properly meant to be coming into town. Uh, that being said, the rest of the crew is just kind of scattered about the Mason Fair, waiting to either one, see some caravans or merchants coming towards into town and maybe convincing them to allow them to work for them or for them to complete the task for them and then hand off the cart once they're beyond the gate, or um, to be spotted by Ofuma or whoever Ofuma is sending. So we're picking up fairly quickly with a bunch of different roles, as I will um, ask. Can I get Cielo and Al, and I'll give it to Karos because even he pinched it a little bit, still counts. Can I get the three of y'all to roll just d20s to see how successful the three groups of uh, um, excuse me, the word, three groups of heralds are in finding carts or people that are willing to trade with them? And then Davis, go ahead and roll me a d20 to see if there happens to be a caravan or a cart or wagon coming down the Mason Fair in the direction of Whitlaw. So maybe you guys can
Heraldry.
heraldry check. I like it. Oof, Harold's had a rough time. Oof,
I
all of
think
you had
every,
a
I
rough
think
time.
yeah, everybody had.
Very low average.
You add up the three money givers, and they don't even equal 20.
Yeah, so
Subpar.
we got a 10, a 5, and a 4 for the heraldry checks. I like it. Heraldry checks work. I like it.
I saw the
And
color
then we got a
switch.
10 for the road. So given that, sundown is in about an hour and a half or so, um, Davis, the Mason Fair is really slow. Not a lot of people are traveling.
Must be
You keep,
everybody's on the east side of town already, and yeah, maybe that's got all
yeah,
the.
They're,
Maybe they came in already. All the shipments have been. They're not.
they're
Nobody's
raised
that's
yeah.
coming in.
that away.
Yeah, shit.
So unfortunately, that you do get uh after a little while, some of the heralds come back from their heraldry excursion. Um, the ones that backtracked had no success, but the ones that went to the farmstead about half a mile up from where you are, um, given 3 gold and 20, no, yeah, 20 silver, uh, they managed to come back with like a two-wheel flat cart that would be pulled by like a mule. Um, and on it there's about um 6 empty large burlap sacks that y'all can use. But they kind of said, it's the best we could do. Uh, we're welcome to keep the mule, give it a good home, they said. But
That's something.
yeah, it's definitely like where you see like the wood that's kind of become like kind of grayed out because it's been baking in the sun over. seasons. Um, but the wheels turn. Um, it once you get it loaded and kind of stabilized and balanced and hitched to the mule, it stays up, and there are large enough sacks. So I think we might be able to um, fill them up with some goods, and
Sure.
maybe that's our way in. Sorry, is the best we could do.
Yeah, no, we haven't had much luck either. Got to deal with what we got to deal with, I guess.
Mhm. The other two groups of heralds come back and just hand Karos. They'll just hand you the collection of coins. Say 6 gold and 20 silver is returned. Um, so that about another, unless if you guys are doing anything, about another 30 minutes or so will pass, and um, a wagon, actually three wagons will be coming out from Whitlaw, traveling along the Mason. Each wagon has a rider, uh, cloak over, and each wagon is being pulled by 2 sets of horses. So 6 horses in total for the 3 wagons. And as the first wagon passes you, they just give you a simple head nod. The second wagon passes you and gives you a head nod. But when the third wagon passes you, the individual flips their hood up. Um, they smile and say, "Well, looks like you folk need a reason to get into town."
Who
Maybe.
doesn't?
Yes.
I'll kind of be like, hey, Pew?
Hugh kind of starts walking up, looks at him, grins, and the individual that puts their hood up is a larger kind of folk. He's kind of hunched over a bit, heavy bottom jaw with teeth kind of showing, furry complexion. Uh, it's a bugbear, and he kind of scratches his nose. And Pew says, "That's our way in.
Ah, okay. Just checking.
How's it going, Wesley?" Wesley just responds, "It's going. It's good to have you home, buddy." He's like, "Once I get in the walls, we'll say home." And Wesley will say, "Well, in the back, we got some of the stuff from your friends and some other stuff that we just loaded it up. Paperwork will say that you guys are coming in. Just act naturally. Shouldn't have any issues with the people on the wall." And what you'll see is as he's saying that the people are there's each rider jumps off the wagon, and they pull certain tarps down and just change them out. So like what was on the outside may have been like a green covered tarp with like the golden flower. They pull that and kind of invert it, twist it around, and kind of change it. It takes like a few, like a good 5 minutes to get everything, but they change out the coverings on the wheels, and they even change out the harnesses on the horses, just so it looks like completely different. So it goes from someone leaving to like whole new group coming in. They've flipped their riding robes over, changed it up. They drop their hoods back off and everything, so they just look like different people. There's plenty of room for y'all to either walk with or get into the carts. So,
I
the
would
story,
definitely get in the cart.
that's fine. So, within, these relatively large carts, the 6 of y'all, the 6 of y'all, Jesus, the 30 of y'all are able to spread out, some adjoining. The mule and pulled wagon, go ahead and join, and that'll just
Yeah,
be the extra little bit. So
cool.
they'll add a little bit of stuff onto it to make it look like it's meant to be, because you guys technically bought it. Um, and then they navigate carefully off the Mason Fair, kind of wind it around, and then put themselves in a whole new configuration, and then you guys are able to just march into town or ride into town.
I have a question just for because of who we are, the Crash Menagerie. Would we be
Sure.
with them, or would we be separate, as not to draw attention to the carts because they're going to notice the Crash Menagerie? And I don't think it'd be believable that we're hired protectors at our power level for a common caravan.
Oh, are you asking the group? Or are you asking Pew? Or
I'm
who are you?
asking the group, but I'm asking the group out of game, trying to get
Gotcha.
their
I
in.
mean, we literally were hired for them.
Yeah, you were.
But yeah, but we were hired to go get a group of people out of the jungle to bring back
Yeah, and that's who we're bringing back.
potential viable things.
That's who you're bringing
So
back.
we're all right with everyone knowing that we're coming back with
Yeah.
this stuff like 2
Just
days
early.
after we left.
Well, they don't know when we left. Certainly the guards on
Well,
the
they
wall.
know. Well, they know when you guys left Whitlaw.
Maybe.
Well, because it took us a while. It took us the full regular
true, we've been gone more
transfer
than 2
time to
days.
go out there.
Yeah, we've been gone at least a
It
week.
took. Yeah, it took
more
you
than
guys
it
the
took
full
us 10 days,
10
just to get to West Green.
Yes.
I'm just trying to make sure that we're not drawing unnecessary attention to people who don't need to have that attention on them.
Let me put it this way. It is a good suggestion, and it is. You guys can discuss it. I will say it is a. If someone is being super, you know, um, scrupulous is not the right word. Maybe it is scrupulous.
Diligent.
Like diligent. They might see that it took you guys 2 weeks. So it's almost like you guys went there and came back instantly. Like, yeah, maybe. Who knows? So yeah, that's a fair point. But to be fair, it was known that you guys were hired for a job.
Because I
So I don't know
remember
how
Dang
out
hero.
of game the last time I came into Whitlaw was with Dreg, and they knew instantly before we even got through the gate that we were here.
Yep. Yep. That's very true. So, fair point. That's how you ever want to approach it.
And that's I'll go either way. I don't care. Just like I said,
Yeah.
I don't want to have an issue for anyone other than ourselves. Because if we have an issue, we'll take care of it. But I don't want the heralds to have an issue.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we left. Actually, it was 20 days ago. So yeah, it's been almost 3 weeks
Okay.
since we
I'm
were
just
here.
making sure. Because I know Cielo and I won't make a scene because most people don't even know we're part of the Crash Menagerie because we haven't come to the town with the Crash Menagerie. So
Up
We're
to you.
just out of hands.
So, Wesley, the bugbear, will lead the way back. As the carts are loaded in, there's enough, and you'll see they did put other like crates and satchels and other things. And if those of you who might be a little bit nosy, kind of pry and look in it, there does seem to be things that you would believe would be coming back from an expedition of the sorts. Though some of the items are likely things that they just got from
The museum.
underneath in
Some
storage.
dusty
And
bowls and stuff.
exactly. Yes.
They just took the dishes out of the sink.
Possibly. But it is definitely set up so that it does look believable. And yeah, by the way that they change the visuals on the carts and everything, it does look like 3 carts and a mule pulled wagon that are very different than the people that were leaving. So as you guys load up and head in, that sense of maybe a little bit of nervousness thing, based on your previous entry point in the south, may creep in, but you approach, and as you get to the gates and get to the checkpoints, something that the Crass Menagerie members that have gone through here will notice that the checkpoint it's strict, but it's not nearly as much of like a waiting pen and everything. If you remember last time you pulled up and you guys had to wait, they pulled you off to the side and then they went you through. And as you guys run up or start walking up, or riding up, can I get anyone that's proficient in insight? Can I get an insight check?
You bet.
I think
Meow.
Meow.
should have rolled a 2.
Oh, you rolled a 2. Haha. Ha 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 ha.
21
29.
total.
29, and what was yours, Rock?
21.
21. Okay, yeah. So Rock and definitely Ben. So Rock, you'll kind of keep an eye out because you remembered like when you guys were all of you kind of remembered, and you're just kind of keeping it. It seems normal. You don't get pulled off the side. Rock, you'll notice that as you guys are approaching, that one one pair of the individuals that are responsible for the gate seemingly step up a little bit quicker. And Ben, you pick up on this too. They step up a little bit quicker to come to meet these 3 carts and one mule pulled cart. Ben, you read through it. These 2 people are in on it. They know. They know who you guys are. They know exactly. They're just here to make sure that you guys get through the gate super quick. So the paperwork is exchanged, the processing is done, but it's done by more of likely Ofuma's guys, by people that are, of the Invaler ilk. Um, Check-in is done quickly. Wesley, now howdy, yeah, well, it's all right. We're here traveling. We got wonderful folk that seem to be on the road for about 10 days coming in from West Green. They're ready to get home, dust off their boots, be home, making small talk. And then surprisingly, 15 minutes later, after not even 50 minutes, honestly, it might have been just 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes. The inspections are really quick, like 3 minutes a cart. Head count is given, names are given. The guards smile and say, well, welcome to Whitlaw. I'm sure there's nothing quite like coming home after being out in the wilds for so long. And all that worry and concern on how you guys were going to get in, just roll on in. Paperwork, documents stamped. And this is the first time I think you guys have rode in on this side. Yeah.
Yeah.
So riding out of it, you remember that it was, through the thorns. And this is like the most uniform in construction, the most evenly laid out, though it still, bleeds into with the Hearth District and all that. But definitely the sense of overcrowding is the lightest here. And then eventually you follow the carts, and it takes, based on just how big it is, it takes about an hour or so to make it to the Pedal District. Excuse me. And then from the Pedal District, about another 45 or so minutes. I'd say 30 minutes, to get to the campus grounds and the museum proper. But eventually, y'all are in. Everyone's back home. Paperwork looks to be aligned. What do you guys want to do? And it is nighttime.
So we're at like the Alabastras, or
You are at the Alabastras.
we're not.
I will say, okay, so let me do one thing because you're actually inside, and I should have done this. Inside town. So while you were marching through, and Whitlaw is massive, there is some theme and decor to represent the festivities that are going around. Um, most of the festivities are not actually happening within town, within the city wall proper. You know that they're on the eastern side, but just from the energy and the excitement, um, there is that general kind of shift in tone. You'll see that some of the merchants and bazaars within the Pedal District uh, randomly are now associated with the Cerulean kingdoms. You know, those of you that either have a merchant background or um, are proficient in either insight or history, you can give me a check if you wish. And just let me know if it's insight or let me know if it's history. Or if you're a merchant, then you can just give me a d20 and tell me it's a merchant check.
27.
27. History. Nice.
I got a
Davis
nat
with the
20.
20. Okay, 26, 20. All right. Al and Davis definitely pick up on, or Al and definitely pick up on it. Yeah. Ben, not so much. I'll give it to the other. So, yeah, you'll see that some of the folks, and Al and Rock, you'll see it, they're probably not from the Cerulean. They're just, pretending to be from, maybe
Sa-
hoping to get some.
Same merchants in a new hat.
Yeah, exactly. Try to take advantage of some people that are traveling by. Um, yeah. Uh, Ben, you'll pick up on, even okay, with 22 is still good. Like Ben, you'll pick up that something's maybe a little funny. Like you'll be like, but why would they be setting up here if not out there? But yeah, the big thing is that they're just, same merchant, different hat for a little while. You'll see, like, as always, again, there's some liveliness and all that. There's some banners and some color changes. There's a lot of blues streaming with it. That's often, usually with your greens. They're trying to accommodate and just kind of be in the spirit and the mood. Um, as you do travel in the Lyceum district, some of those cafes, they will you'll see that they're offering uh, what they'll say is like authentic cerulean fare, and maybe they've, rather than having just the green flowers and music notes on the buildings, they might actually have like a blue wave drawn in or something, just kind of going with the theme of it. But again, as mentioned, after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, you guys make it to the Alabastras. Um, as the carts pull in, and the various heralds are able to unload. They're, for many of them, they're, if not home, they're at their second home. Um, be it the Alabasters or the colleges. So you can see that there's a sense of homecoming and relief. And as you guys depart and get off of the wagons, um, some of the staff at the museums uh, excitedly and happily kind of greet people and say, um, welcome back from your journeys. It's so wonderful to have everyone back. Please come on into the museums. We got word of your, arrival, and the curator would like to, host a dinner in everyone's honor. So you guys are welcome to join if you wish. Uh, but essentially, a portion of the museum has been transformed as a reception hall and just a wonderful dinner welcoming people that have not been in Whitlaw for months and months and months.
I'm
And a
not
little
gonna
bit
say
of a
no.
celebration. All right.
Anybody else have a
So,
problem with that? That seems pretty fun. After all, we've been on the road for so long.
Too long. No, yeah, it's
What's
rest
funny
of
is
our way or
Ben for a
shoot.
second gets ready to correct you, then his insight kicks in. He goes,
Ah.
he doesn't say anything.
yeah, that insight kicks in, right? They're like, oh, yes. Aha. Yes. So long.
I'm not Al. I'm not selling it nearly as well as he would.
Yeah. But yeah, so however you guys wish to, imagine it, please, if you have any imagery or visions in your mind, but a large one of the wings within the museum, the alabaster, is converted into a, you know, a reception hall and a dining, and there's nice food and drink. There are numerous people, a lot of them likely members of the college that have come. But of course, there is somehow Ofuma is able to be present. Actually, would Ofuma be present? Yeah, Ofuma is actually able to be present, and some other museum staff. So uh, you are greeted, and you can see and you can feel the happiness and excitement for many of these um, individuals, and um, can actually let me see. Uh, can I get perception checks for everybody? If you guys would be so kind. Man, roll that natural one, Karos. Roll that natural one.
I did, but unfortunately, I have advantage.
Yeah.
Not great. 9 on the
Okay.
I roll a 3.
All right.
15.
15. All right. So,
22 total.
22. All right. So everyone but Al. Al's just kind of more just kind of taking it in. Um, you will also see that amongst the people that are greeting y'all and greeting the group back, there are the individuals that you guys helped from the sculpted ruins as well. Ben, you definitely noticed some of them because some of their faces are burned into your mind, having saved them from their fate. Um, and they are there, and they are happy to greet you as well. Uh, so festivities, while not like wild and frat boy crazy and rampant, um, Ben, unfortunately, you don't see Gothic there. She's not there. Different side of
No,
town.
I'm saying that's why Al felt his perception. He's looking for Gothic.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I gotcha. But the two separate contingencies of heralds and college folk and unveilers that were, hundreds of, well, no, you could say even 100 or so miles apart from each other, um, now get to see each other again, them for the first time in so long. And many of them are colleagues who just happen to go to different dig sites. Um, and as, the festivities, while not, um, extremely, boisterous and all that, it is still jovial. It is still nice. There's good music being played. There's good food being passed around. Many of them are just sharing stories, and some of them are talking about for maybe, y'all would be a little bored at, but they're excited to see each other and talking about like things that they saw, things that they discovered. They can't wait to take some time away from work, but they're also eager to get back to the things that they've brought back with them and see their research notes. And yeah, these people are very passionate for what they do. Um, and the evening will progress, and at some point, as like there are some tables and everything for y'all to be seated. Uh, Word is sent, and it reaches Karos, uh, an unveiler, or who you imagine would be an unveiler. They look like museum staff that is hosting this. Spears. The the curator for the museum would very much like to have word with you and the Crass Menagerie. Thank you for. Well, I would imagine they would like to thank you for a job well done. So, if possible, would you be so capable to round up your compatriots? And the curator will be waiting for you. And he kind of waves his hand, and you'll see that like there's a main table at the end of this reception hall area, and you see Ofuma sitting there.
Who is
As
approached?
Karos was
Oh.
approached.
So, excuse me. Yeah, I think he'd go over. He said he wanted to see me specifically, or just all of us.
You get whenever you can get your compatriots gathered.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be like, tell him. Yeah, we'll be there in 5 or less.
All right.
I'll just kind of go around and say, Fuma's looking to get caught up on stuff, so if you're all ready, let's head over and see what he has to say.
So, as the group Menagerie approaches the table, before you'll see that other people were sitting there around. Pew and Opal see you guys approaching. 14 is also there. They will stand and nod to you guys and say, great work, great work. Good to, good job. Sure the curator has plenty to talk about. And then you'll see that also at the table was Victor, but also you see Yorn is there, the headmaster, the head of the college is there, and he smiles and says, "It's good to see you once again." And some other familiar faces that you've seen, but they all give their respects, thank you for your work, and they rise and say, do like a respectful bow of position to the curator, aka Ofuma, and they leave the table to you. And Ofuma smiles and says, "Crass Menagerie! The right people to hire for the right task. I cannot thank you enough for how fascinating and fantastic of a job you've done. Please sit."
Of course.
Yeah. Not even gonna need to tell you, he's acting like he didn't even know he ran into you guys earlier.
Yeah.
So, incredible timing, actually. Most impressive. Very eager to get my team and my staff to go through every article and relic and research note that not one but both teams have brought back. Truthfully, Pew could not speak more highly of uh, such an esteemed group. And might I ask, I I don't recognize these two individuals. As
Oh,
he looks to see
yeah.
Yellow and Ben.
We met them in West Green, and they're part of our group now. You may have noticed also that although we are same in number, obviously we've lost 2 others as well. I'm guessing you probably heard about Sej and the was it Sunlit Spire? Is that right? I think.
I heard tales of a new custodian of the spire.
Yeah, that's our friend. And,
Glad that he found somewhere to rest.
well, as the
in his
beacon would have
practices.
it, the architect of the Sunlit Spire sits before you here. And then I'll just kind of gesture to Ben and say, "This is Ben."
Ben, as in kin to Mort.
Brother.
Your brother is an outstanding man, and I'm sure you are nothing less. Pleasure.
He'll nod his head because he doesn't like praise at all.
Wow. And
And
the
Dragnar had his own things to tend to. But nevertheless, we picked up somehow someone who's even sneakier. And I I assume he's here. And then Davis just kind
Hey.
of looks around. Oh yeah,
Uh,
jeez.
uh,
Yeah, it exactly. It gives me a
Oh,
bit of a
yes,
jump
yes.
every time.
Help yourself to anything on the table, by all means.
Wait,
The
really?
mango with the spice is quite excellent.
More
Where'd
of
my
it?
fork go? Who stole my
Yeah,
fork?
yeah. When you say that, I'll look at Cielo and I'll pick the knife up and shake my finger no.
Oh, come on.
He's
You
earned
said
it.
it was free for the taking.
Yes, this
Truly
is
does.
Cielo. We met him in West Green as well, and he's been a fantastic companion. Um,
Oh,
so this is the new menagerie, if you will.
I wonderful acquaintances. Wonderful to meet y'all. I
With a
was
mango in his
aware.
mouth, he's gonna be like, "Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Mm, delicious, aren't they? They're
Mm,
really
to die for."
Face palm over here, like
Is Cielo
He
sitting or
actually,
standing on the table?
Yeah, sure, why not? He's teeny tiny.
see.
honestly, for
I
sure, why
imagine
not?
Cielo with his feet up on the table, and you can't see his head because he's so short.
Just his feet.
Love it.
Just
Yeah.
his feet sticking up,
Yeah.
reaching up for mango every once in a while.
His
Yeah.
ears perk up when he talks. Mango.
Well, thankfully, thanks to my brief with Q, I was aware of some of the changes, and the contract for work was amended as is expected for such a task. So Ben and Cielo, thank you. Oh, and you will be compensated, of course, for your efforts. As I understand, they are full members of the Crass Menagerie.
Of course.
Wonderful. Uh, well, honestly, uh, your work was above and beyond anyone's expectations. And when he says anyone's expectation, he kind of gives an obvious kind of wink, knowingly that he's
Yeah.
selling it. Um, though I would say that you may have noticed through town that on your way through the western gate, that there may have been a slight motif and mood change within Whitlaw. I'm not sure if you're aware, as I don't know how well news travels in both ways, but we do have a contingency of some of our allies far from the east, beyond the sea, here. And there will be activities and festivities. And I would request officially, not on behalf of just the museum as its curator, but as well, as my position on the council would have it, that such dignified individuals from our lands uh, come and be represented and have their tales shared with some of our friends, to be honored guests amongst, um, well, myself, the council, honor guard, and so forth, to participate in events, perhaps the tournament, to rub shoulders with some of the diplomatic elites. If it is something you wish to do, I shall have it drafted, and you shall be added to my well, my personal guardship.
What do you think,
Please
guys?
take some time if you need it.
Um.
I'll say
Well, I'm not like. Oh, I should probably be a little bit quieter. My bad. I'm not huge on diplomatic crap, but I kind of like getting in those spaces so I can. I don't know. There's always really cool stuff to look at.
Ben leans in, kind of looking at him.
What?
I was
the, the knowing big brother kind of look.
like it's like bad dog.
I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna. I mean it. I'm just gonna look.
I was actually gonna agree with the cool stuff to look at part, but not no touching, no touching. But
What do
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean?
they've
I
got
was
some.
just gonna look. I promise.
I'm not saying I'm agreeing with you, but
As Ben counts the table and sees there's 6 missing spoons and 7 missing knives.
It was silver. What do you want from me?
Wait, my spoon was right here. That was the dessert spoon. How am I gonna eat my mango? With my fingers like a savage. Fine, I will.
That was the tiny dessert spoon. No.
It was
It's
so
not-
cute.
It's not taking. They gave it to me. You heard them.
Al now has a mango in his hand, but their artwork is really I really like the whole design, all the stuff they have going on with their motif. You know, I like to learn a little bit more about them.
I just imagine Al, like you'd think that he would just pick it up with his fingers normally, but like he's so shocked not having a spoon. It's just like in the palm of his hand. He's like gripping it with his whole hand. Like
Yes, yeah. This is how it works, right? Holding it like a beating heart.
You just smash it into your face. God damn it.
So
Alright.
since y'all are a perceptive bunch, as soon as Afuma was talking about like us getting renowned, taking part in festivities, maybe doing events, like Davis's face, like he knows he has to defer to the group, but like he was like getting like giddy behind the scenes, being like, "Yeah, this all sounds amazing. I want to do it." And he's like, "Guys, what do you think?" But like you could see in his eyes, he's like, "Please."
If I can see that. I'm like, it's I've always wanted to share our tales to a wider audience. Maybe anybody who's willing to hear it, especially if they're
Yeah,
of such a stature.
yeah, I think that'd be a good idea.
I think
Like,
so too.
Yeah, I think we got a status for ourselves. We've said our name plenty of times. I think it's we can reach wider berths with this. I like this idea.
Ben's gonna turn to Al. Maybe status help with girl.
I'll
Actually,
continue looking forward.
Davis doesn't really know that much about this, so he's like, he shoots Hal a look.
without averting my gaze either direction. Just like maybe I will.
Alright.
He just
Like
keeps this
deadpan in
big
that, dude.
smile.
It's like there's no emotion, like just like matter of factly.
Yeah, just like saying the sky is blue, the fire is hot.
Help with girl?
Help with girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I'll take another bite of the mango.
Out of his hand.
Yeah.
Smash it in your face.
And the bad thing of it is I can't tell that you're blushing, dude.
Yeah. It's my one superpower. Everything else is a weakness.
When he blushes, it turns purple.
Whoa.
Well, Ofuma is actually surprised how quickly you guys are kind of discussing it amongst yourselves, ping-ponging the idea.
I mean, no, we don't really dilly-dally.
Well, by all means, I would say then I would ask, because I have not heard anything from Karos and Rock. Is there a concern with the request, or are you just tired from such long travels?
sorry
I
about
got, I got no concerns.
Excellent. And sorry, Karos, what was that?
my mind was just on our travels and other tasks, but I'm honored to be considered for your suggestion. I have no complaints about that opportunity.
Well, excellent, because it's a thing that I believe in, that you want to have all parts in agreement. So if I do have the consensus, I will have the documents, the shields, the crests, everything put into place, and I shall have something to boast about, as I have a recognizable band of heroes and adventurers joining me for the coming weeks on this festivities and, well, diplomacy. And
Ben's going to look at him and go, "We expect problems," because he's not understanding why he needs this group. He doesn't understand the politics behind it.
oh, likelihood of problems is very slim. We have good relationships. It's more, I don't know how to say it.
Keep friends, strengthen
Keep,
bonds.
yes, but it is also just, it is the
Uh,
politics behind it, but it is also, I feel something that you perhaps earned in to get your name out there even more. Um, Ben, Cielo, I'm not sure if you were, how much you have shared, or how much your companions have shared about what they have done for our region, but there was a bit of a miscommunication of them being demon slayers. Turns out they were dragon slayers. So it will be fun and exhilarating to have such company amongst such, well, diplomatic guests.
Well, they're certainly fucking interesting, that's for sure. They're
Oh,
fun.
I tussle
Yeah.
your ears.
Hey!
Let me
And
play.
I'm sure for the two of you to have settled in and what appears to be meshed so well with such an interesting group only speaks to how interesting and fascinating the both of you are.
You know you have a good group when you say that there's a parade and they want to join in. Well, that was my idea. What? It was fun. Oh, well, yeah, you're right.
Oh,
I'm a smiling nod at Cielo.
oh, speaking
Settling.
of things that I did not hear, um, we are still looking into some of the requests that you have made for information.
Fair enough.
Well, excellent. So, once again, I am thrilled to have you as my, well, I guess technically your titles will be Honor Guard, as Council Guard, Honor Guard. Um, should you accept such titles for the time. Um, Heroes of the Land. Yeah, but always Crash Menagerie. Uh, I honestly, it's good to see y'all home. Thank you for getting everyone else back home safely. Uh, if you need a place to lay your heads for the evening, the Alabastras are open to you, of course. By all means, enjoy the rest of the festivities here, and we shall discuss and make arrangements for the coming weeks.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll actually look
Okay.
at the. I'll look at the menagerie and be like, "Do you want to stay here? Do you want to go to the Bucking Mads?"
When you say Bucky Mads, Ben will kind of look at you like,
Oh,
never
yeah.
been
Why
there.
you swear in front of friends?
It's
Cielo is bad influence, Davis.
oh
Stop it.
yeah. No, he would probably dig this place. No, it's just a thought. Like we don't necessarily have any real super connection there. Like we know the broad who runs the place. She asks to be called that. Um, just a thought. Just throwing out options. That's all.
Well, friend of Davis, friend of Ben.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. We haven't seen them in a while. I like the Bucking Mads as an option.
I'd
I
like
mean,
to go see a
we'll have to pay for it,
friend
but
of yours. I mean, that's not a problem. How much is it?
70 platinum.
He gets the older brother look again.
We might want to go through the wait, where was the rich district again? We might want to go north.
I lean it a little closer.
I don't think Ben can get any closer at this point.
I'm like leaning across Al, because I'm assuming like Cielo's on the other side of Al. I'm like leaning across Al, like, what did we say?
Take another bite of the mango. I haven't finished. Slow chew.
Still a little high.
Did it get a little hot in here?
All
Definitely
right.
tense.
So, just for the sake of it, any other exchanges? Are we going to Bucking Mads? What would y'all
The
like to do?
only thing Ben is going to do is he's going to inquire to Afuma or
Mhm.
someone of that stature uh, about the well-being of the people that he brought back because he's never done that before. So he just wants to make sure that they're all right.
You
Not
s-
trying to want to talk to them or anything like that. Just trying to see if they're all right. Like, is everything physically, mentally, maybe not, but physically all right with him.
So he will say, this a matter for discussion, please. Let us. Of course, any of y'all are welcome to join, but let us venture to a more secluded area at least, so we can talk on personal aspects. And he'll rise, and you'll see that. Again, y'all are kind of used to this now. There's always a pair that is associated with Ofuma, and they see that he rises, and they're not approaching him, but you see that their heads turn, and they just keep an eye on him, and he nods to them, and then he's just gonna walk, and you just kind of go to a smaller chamber, not like any of like the listening chambers that are in the other side of the complex, where it's the actual, where it's like the monastery style, but it is a smaller room. Um, sorry, Pumpun's being a little brat, and and anyone's welcome to join, of course.
And Ben will actually look at people like, please, let's go. 'Cause he doesn't
Nope.
like the awkward, like,
I was
You know where it's good.
I definitely follow along, but I'm grabbing one more mango. If there's any left.
And if Cielo doesn't come on, Cielo.
I'm coming.
Not that I would know if you're there or not.
Uh, I'm here.
I mean, you guys really just need to have a blacksmith make a little set of bells and just put them on
Cat
Cielo.
collar.
What, dude? Really? He would disarm it in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, but
He would have like he would install a little pin that would keep the chime from hitting the side unless he wanted it to hit the side.
He's
No,
just immune to it.
I
He,
know,
Yeah.
but like,
cast it, it just shatters.
maybe Cielo would be nice and be like, fine, all right, I'll
Only
make a
when he
jingle
wants to
jangle.
be. When he
I
needs to
mean,
go to the rich district, he silences the bell.
The affluent
well,
district.
yeah. I mean, that's only smart.
Right.
Plus, I could just put it
Oh,
on Al for the time being. He wouldn't even know it's there until he moved around a little much.
How about like an ankle
Jones
bracelet?
ran to beat him. They went. All right, so as you
We
guys
could
kind
put the
of
bell on Hans.
Ooh.
Hans, who's just constantly in a dormant state. He's like,
Yeah. But every time Al wiggles, it's like,
Ding, ding, ding.
so all right, so as you guys go, uh, and sit down. Ofuma will say, well, Ben, for the sake of your inquiry, it's I do not know anyone who has gone through what these individuals have gone through. Some of them, well, many of them recount the story differently, but they all have similarities. Some of them remember their experience a bit more clearly than others. Some of them perhaps just they have, you know, buried it deep within their subconscious and try to recess it. Uh, we are watching them. We are monitoring them. We are concerned that they will break, perhaps, but perhaps some of the power and magic that you used and that was imparted by your god protects them as well. Um, though they were all given the option to take time away from their work. obviously understanding that they would need to be monitored and have checks per their guild or affiliations. We have not seen anything too disturbing or anything that raises concern. Some of them do have nightmares. Some of them do miss out on sleep. But I would say it's the maybe even less amount of shock than we were expecting. I wish we could give you some sort of comfort or better answers, but this is whole new territory for everyone.
So as he's saying this, you're going to see like a single tear because this is what Ben was afraid of. That what what he did what he do was it worse than what had them dying?
I
No, he doesn't say that, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on in his head.
Actually, this is kind of fun because he's very insightful. So give me a second. Um,
And I'm not trying to hide it at all. It's just
no, no, no. I want to
I
see
won't
if he
vocalize it.
picks
Yeah.
up on that because he is pretty damn insightful. He rolled real bad. He'll notice, but yeah, he doesn't seem to. He notices the pain and that, but that's about all.
And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to explain to him what I saw. Whenever like me seeing the demons and them coming forth and the souls being
Yes,
used to summon them, so I'll explain all of that to him.
I, if I'm not mistaken, I believe you did impart some of this to me before.
Yes, but I
That,
went into great detail this time, as much
yeah.
detail as possible.
Well, I will say a fate that would cause someone to be lost and then a sacrifice to bring in something as abhorrent as what you had seen is a fate that no one deserves. So you saved them from this, and the fact that we have the ability to still have our friends and compatriots with us and the chance to make sure that they will be hopefully okay is all we can ask for at this point. That is a terrifying description, and it makes me worry and be concerned of what else might still be out to the west. But as of right now, if it is of any solace, what you have helped us bring back and ensure did not fall into those hands of the others will hopefully prevent anything like this from happening anytime soon or perhaps ever again. I I will ow Ziggy ow. I will make it a
You
point
will Al
to
Ziggy Al.
yeah. He just jumped with his claws into my leg. I will make it a point to keep you informed should anything significant arise. It is the least I can do.
Maybe brother help. He's he's the shepherd of fate, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I'll be like maybe Mort help with understand fate.
perhaps. Though I mean no disrespect to your brother. but perhaps he has no insight on this either. We'll see if we can get in touch. As you know, your brother is difficult to locate at times.
I can send message say you need talk him.
I would appreciate that at some point, but not tonight, at least.
And then I'll do like a gracious head nod and thank you, and then kind of turn away.
Well, forgive me for that somberness. It seems that your friends are truly close to you, as everyone came to listen. Um, Menagerie, for what is worth repeating, thank you again. I look forward to the coming weeks and adventures here within our city walls. I will have instructions and details uh, of your responsibilities and duties, what your positions will entitle you and grant you access to. And of course, I hope that you enjoy it. Well, live it to the fullest, as that is something you have earned. With that, unless if you guys have any role playing that you wish to do, guys, the evening will continue. It'll, be less serious, more celebratory, and it'll be time to, unless if you guys decide to stay up through the night, time to figure out where you guys laying down for the night.
Who's on first watch? No.
Don't tempt me. This is a massive city. You have no idea what's in here.
Screw you.
Oh no, we were asking you who's on your first watch because we're doing the attacking.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I mean, you guys can get over to the Thorns pretty soon. Yeah. Give it an hour or so.
We're assaulting it. Let's go.
Thorn. Just the hub of all the military for the entire nation. Right here.
Hey, all we got to do is get that dragon cloud to come this way, and we can distract them.
True.
True. Yes. All right.
I just threw
Now,
out Bucky Mad just as an idea. It wasn't necessarily
Yeah.
anything that I wanted. It was just like that's the other place we know where to stay.
Yeah.
Ben is really interested in going to Bucky Mad just because it's something he
Okay.
hasn't seen before.
Okay.
But that's just Ben.
Gotta look up. I know it's not too far away. I gotta remember what part of the city it is in. But that's not too bad. Bucking Mad.
Anybody else have any preferences?
I don't like the idea of bucking Maz. I want to introduce our new friends to the bride.
All right. The patitas.
And the place where other adventurers gather is a potential for any information. I mean, I know that they are looking for information as well, but multiple folks looking for the same thing just makes things go faster.
Gotcha.
Hey guys, are we walking around like we're ready for battle, or do we not have our armor on and stuff like that? I'm just wondering.
I never do.
Because Ben follow your guys' lead. Well, I know you don't, because you can pop it off. But he's looking at like Karos, and I know Al wears armor and stuff like that. So
Oh, I'm Davis. I walk around without a shirt.
I have a shirt on. It's just wide open.
Look at my sick abs.
Well,
Frickin'
go ahead.
sweet.
You're welcome.
look at my bulging muscles. God, do you even lift, bro?
I'm just naturally this big.
Look at all.
So yeah, Al and Karos, I guess the main people I'm looking at, because they're the other armor wearers. Are you guys
Oh,
wearing your armor or
Karos,
not?
Karos most of the time carries his stuff with him. He's kind of used to.
Well, I mean, I know carrying it with you, but are you actually physically wearing it?
Al
I
usually
don't
wears
think that
his.
I have ever said that I have taken it off in town, especially with our. I think it all depends, right? Like in this situation, if we are what is my armor now? I'm trying to remember. 'Cause all I can think of is my character image, but not.
Oh, your current
I'm in
armor, I
half
think,
plate right
is
now.
magical half plate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
plus
think
one
so.
half plate.
Yeah.
So, um, I think Karos has just had it on for so long that he just sometimes forgets. Like, oh yeah, might be looked askew at in town, but I think you would probably give it just whatever makes you feel comfortable. You know, you've never been here. We should be safe in town. I mean, not just as the fact that we're powerful adventurers, but you know, generally, at least my experience in town hasn't been rampant crime. And most of the time, you're more worried about somebody snagging your coin purse or something that you've got in a bag on your back, um, versus being, you know, accosted.
Mm-hmm.
But
So I guess for me, because like I'm following you and Al's lead, because I've never been to a big city, and I know in this game there's not a lot of high level characters, but you have to realize everybody I hang out with, to include my brother, has been a high level character. So I assume there's more high level characters in the game than what there actually is. Because you got to think I'm hanging out with you guys, and then we're fighting the champions, and we're fighting the dog dudes, and then I got my brother who's higher level than me and stuff like that. So I don't know what the safety level is in the city. So I will just follow your guys' lead.
Okay.
yeah, I think Karos would probably keep his stuff on unless we were going someplace that you know would be like rude, I guess, like a formal dinner or something. He would take it off, but
Okay.
walking about town, he's used to looking like his job is to be.
Fuck shit up.
Be the
Yeah.
muscle.
Yeah, because I'm also thinking because I know your armor is very nice. My armor is very nice. Al, what kind of armor do you have?
I have a black scale mail, but I always wear a black cloak over it, so mine's a bit more subtle. But
Okay.
Al is always walking around armored.
Okay, so I guess I'll walk around with my adamantine armor then.
No, sounds good.
By my full plate adamantine armor.
Like,
And
That's
my
fine.
and my huge shield.
Yeah.
Oh, keep in mind you do have your tabard um,
The
of the
beacon, yeah.
beacon, right? That kind of.
But I'm still how many people walk around with adamantine armor though? That's my
I
thing.
mean, there are
No, I get you.
probably the spare adventurers and stuff walking around, but
I feel like the majority would be like,
adamantine,
"Did he paint that? Why is it so weird? It's a
they're
weird
like,
color.
damn,
What's he doing?"
where the hell did they get their armor? What the hell?
We got black scale, we got +1 half plate, we got adamantine armor, we got a dude with a flaming blade whenever he just wants to
Hey, that's
appear
never
whenever the
out
fuck you
either.
want.
I've
Well, no,
duct
no,
taped.
I'm saying whenever you want.
Yeah, it's
So
true.
if someone sees it, like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden armor just pops on you. People are like, what the hell? Where do they shop?
I look like just some dude with you guys.
See, I imagine you,
And
other
then
than the
we're
skin
They,
following
they
color,
you.
probably think I'm a
looking,
barbarian because I'm fucking not wearing armor.
well, that's what I was going to say. I imagine you looking like Karlak. Not the like the physical appearance, but just what she wears.
Yeah, true.
It's
Yeah.
like cloth leathers and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
light
Nothing like
stuff.
really, yeah.
Well, to be fair,
Davis, we gotta get you real
last,
armor.
I have it. It's in this ring. Come on.
our last cleric, I don't remember if he had really exceptional armor, but he had very fancy pants.
Oh,
Oh
those
yes,
pants.
yes.
We're
He had the
used to
fanciest of
we're
fans.
used to traveling around with at least some of us looking a bit ostentatious. So I think it helps in Davis's terms, builds the brand.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is really funny if you think about it. The one that wants the brand built the most is Davis. Yet he is the one that looks the most ordinary out of everybody.
Excuse me?
He's
I'm
everyman.
Well, no,
extraordinary
no.
looking.
No, no, you
Look at
physically
this
yes,
specimen.
I
but I'm
have
talking about
bright
like
orange
like,
hair.
but like your clothing and stuff like that. You look like a commoner with clothing.
It's true. You haven't really gone to
They
get,
found hair dye.
a trim, and
Yeah.
the entire time I've been with you. So.
Listen, we've been on the road.
I love it though. Excuse me. Sorry, that was so
And
funny.
we just realized that Davis hasn't looked in any reflective surface since like the hag fights or beyond. So we just kind of like take him up to a mirror, and he's just
Oh
like,
my
I
god.
got
God.
I got the buckler.
That's true, yeah.
You do have the polished buckler. Yeah, that's true. But yeah,
Rider,
no,
rider.
Davis looks like Davis. He's just ever since you guys finished those Agni trials, bright or fox orange hair.
Yep.
That has not faded. So
Whew, wow. I really let that 5 o'clock shadow go to 10.
Days.
go to 10 weeks. Yeah.
Sheesh.
All right. So cool. So it's been a while since you guys have gone to Bucking Mads, but it is on the north end of the Pedal District. Uh, so it is just, you gotta head out of the Lyceum District, go to the Pedal, and just find it. It is when you guys are heading together, Cielo and Ben. It is very unassuming. It looks like a stone tavern. Let's actually see. I think I still have. Find this page. I think I still. There's the Bucking Mads page.
There's an interior
and
one,
then
I don't remember an exterior one.
Yeah, but I don't have an exterior. But like, just just for the remember, like the architecture and style of Whitlaw is very much gray brick, relatively clean cut, greenery growing where it can. Um, so at night, walking through this, and when you approach, it looks, you see some wood tables and some cloth tapestry or cloth overhangs and stuff that are folded up for the night. But then you see uh, an archway that leads into a door. You see some windows that have the wood slits angled out and open to allow the air to come in. Uh, but you don't see any sign that says Bucking Mads. When you kind of approach towards you see your friends walk you a little bit further, and then you see the sign hanging over, and and it's a side of the building saying Bucking Mads, and you hear in the background the sounds of hooves and larger beasts of burden, almost like behind into a hidden stable. What do you guys do?
Can you repeat that like last little bit?
Yeah, so Bucking Mads takes up like a corner almost, right? And um, where there's a sign hanging vertically that says Bucking Mads, there you can kind of go around into the back of it, and there you hear the sounds of a large stable, like horses and other beasts of burden.
Taylor, you don't mind sleeping in a stable, do you?
No.
Okay. Well, then why don't you go and ask, say, hey, we want a room in the Bucking Mads.
Okay. Knock on the door. Hey. Hello.
Kind of walk around, and you get. Are you going to the stable, or you kind
Yeah.
of going to the stable? Yeah. So you kind of walk. You see, the rest of you see Cielo kind of walk, and you just kind of wait. Cielo, there's the strong smell of hay, and as you knock, a a furbolg, gray, long beard, graying hair. He's got kind of pulled back. Oh, hi there, little fella. What can I do you?
Uh,
Do you have a ticket for one of these beauties? Cause
I'm gonna look back to where I just entered, and then I'm gonna
We're
look
all
back
gone.
at
We're not in there at all. He's just by himself.
I'm gonna, with shifty eyes, look back at him and I'm gonna try to use my rogue's intuition and thieves can't,
Uh-huh.
and just like I don't know, spout out some kind of keyword that any roguish type in Whitlaw might know that I might have
Huh.
heard of.
I've never heard of a grinning moon or anything. I mean, that might be the name of. I don't. Let me see. Let me check the ledger. That's Huckabee. That's Cranberry. That's Seymour. No, I don't have a grinning moon. I'm sorry. You sure you left your mighty fine beast at this stable? You're at Buck and Mads. Perhaps you got turned around. You don't look
No,
like a
I'm looking for
local.
Bucking Meds. Wait, I thought this was a bar or a
Oh, it is.
hotel.
Oh, the
Huh?
bar is in the front. Oh, this is our stable. We're known for having one of the better stables for our
I'm gonna
patrons.
pinch his nostrils. Those assholes.
Well, apologies. The next bar that has a stable, perhaps you got, a little bit messed up or in the weeds as it was.
Hey,
It's
sorry,
gonna be the haystack.
is there a problem? David, I'm walking up. Davis is walking up.
Oh, hi,
Cielo,
sir. Uh,
did you not ask? Did you not listen? Okay,
no
I'm sorry, a
problem
little
here. I
confusion.
believe this little fella just got turned
We're looking
around.
for Patas. I hear she is a pretty tough broad.
Cielo, you see his demeanor completely changed. He's like, "Oh, right away, sir." And he
You could have
goes
told
over.
me that part, and I'm gonna like shoulder his like stomach.
You didn't remember? I mean, we
Hold on,
literally
hold on,
told you
hold on,
that
hold
like
on.
5 seconds
Cannot
before.
shoulder Davis's stomach. You ain't that tall.
You gotta
You
hop
shoulder
that.
like his
He can hop pretty
the
high.
back of his
Shoulder like
knee.
his ankle.
Okay, yeah, but no, just below his rib cage,
Yeah,
right
he can
where.
jump like 30 feet, so I think he can
Yeah.
manage
No,
to.
so but what you'll see is when you say that, the guy that greets him, he still, same individual, but his demeanor changes, strokes his beard, grins a little bit. He's like, welcome, sir. Yes, of course. This little fella is with you.
Oh yeah,
Did y'all
sure.
prank him?
Yeah.
I
Very
mean,
well.
can you blame
First
me?
timer, if you couldn't tell.
They're
It's a good prank. Don't get me wrong. By all
under
means, and
under my
he'll
breath. I'm gonna be like, they're with me.
mm, he'll walk you over to an empty stable where there's lots of hay, and he'll push the hay to the side, and then he lifts a trap door. And Cielo and Ben, this is the first time you hear. It's not loud and boisterous, but you hear sounds. You see some lights coming through as they're kind of bouncing off the stone and brick walls underneath, and a stairway leads down through this, hidden trap door.
All right,
And as you guys
Cielo, take me through the
round up,
face journey you're making right now, as you see like this whole thing.
It's like fucking sweet.
Yeah, at first you're like pissed off and mad, but then I gotta imagine like this whole thing opening up has kind of gotten you like kind of cool.
Secret
So
tab.
there's like this smile of like, whoa, this is sick, and then like the revelation where his face scrunkles up again because he's like, why did you have to embarrass me in front of all these cool fucking people? You fucking suck.
I love it. Thank you.
you know, and as
You
you
embarrassed me in
do
front of my
head down,
friends.
uh, the light is coming from a central hearth. Those of you who are very keen and observant, there was a large chimney on this building. If you remember, the hearth actually is connected to the other Bucking Mads, which is kind of their surface, the commoner's version, not the one that is run and operated by Seb. They're both run and operated by Seb, but this is actually Seb's underground foothold for his Adventurers League. To go back down on history and memory lane before we call it for the evening, uh, there, the Sovereign has made multiple attempts to get Seb to relocate his the headquarters for his Adventurers League to Whitlaw because he believes it would be profitable and mutually beneficial. Seb hates the Sovereign for reasons. Uh,
Mood.
does not and does not agree to this. Yet, unbeknownst to the sovereign, he has a fully functioning and operating adventurers league right underneath his nose.
Does it even have like a
Um,
quest board and stuff?
no, it does not.
Okay.
It's a little bit there are it's rumors and
Gotcha.
requests and potus. And as you so as you guys come down, you see there are barrels and barrels of different types of meads and ales and wines, various shields strung about, various weaponry from various adventurers that either got it as a victory or as a trophy or as a memento, or maybe even in remembrance of some of that have fallen. Um, Large bench seating, that central hearth, just warm and radiating, giving out most of the light. And then on the back, you'll see the long single bar, and Ben and Cielo, you will see an extremely tall lady. She's got long, floopy ears. She seems a little bit fuzzier than you would expect, but she just looks like she's super tall. And as the door opens, she says, "Welcome, adventurers,
Is it
to the Bucking
Patas?
Man." It is 100, but yeah, but you
Okay.
guys don't see her
Oh,
back
gotcha.
end,
Yeah, fair, fair,
Yeah,
fair.
she's below the bar. So she just looks like a very tall person. Uh, welcome,
Hello
welcome.
again.
Oh yes, hi. Good to see you again. Rooms for the night, meals, drinks. What can I get you?
I mean, I'm full. I don't know about the rest of you guys. Drinks, maybe?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Very
I
well.
need I need 3 drinks. Drinks on them though.
you got it.
Very well.
And yes, rooms.
Uh,
Rooms for, I think we doubled up last time. Would you have enough for each of us if we wanted to go individuals?
you want to go there? Surprisingly enough, yes, we got room for 6 singles. If that's what you like.
Want to splurge, guys, or you want to
There's
bunk again? Let's splurge. We'll get individuals.
individuals. Very well. May I see dog tags or crests? Or are you staying as uh, friends?
Well,
When you say dog tags or crest, Ben kind of looks at everyone like,
we have tags for most of us, but these two will be staying as friends. Actually, I forget. Does Karos have a dog tag?
He got a dog tag at the end of it.
Hey Ben,
yes.
keep your purse tight to your person.
And when you say that, he first thinks like, "Are you gonna take my money?"
No, no, no. I'm making sure others don't.
Oh, and then and then whenever when Ben realizes that Cielo's worried about this, he takes his money pouch and sticks it in his shield.
Oh yeah, just zoom, goes through. Patas will see that and say, that is a cool shield. Very well, that is a good friend to have. If
Yep.
that shield says anything, that is a good friend to have. Well, very well. Well, dog tags stay free. A couple gold for your friends. They're welcome to stay. Um, don't mind the guys in the corner. They're just here getting ready. They're gonna be challenging some of the tournament stuff, so they're getting rowdy. Can't say there's any rumors going on right now.
Are there
Much
any?
of the
So the out of towners, did any of the out of towners show up down here from west? They said some place out east. I forget where though.
oh, from the Ceruleans,
Yeah, that
Cerulean
was it.
Kingdom.
Do they?
We don't really have
Does Seb have
much of
anything out there?
no guild hall out there.
Okay.
Though he is well traveled. You probably know some folk out there. I can't recall seeing anyone from. I'm using the wrong voice. Sorry.
I was gonna say you dipped into southern for this
Yeah,
one for Patas.
I did. Yeah, that's not Patas' voice. Wow. I can't say that I recognize anybody from the Ceruleans come down, but I mean,
Okay.
there's only so many faces. So, like, I recognize some of y'all, remember, but some new faces, and I can see why they're friends. Like I said, it's a good friend to have if he's got a shield like that.
Fellas, this is
Uh,
Patas. If you want to introduce yourself, you're welcome to, but I think she'd understand if you wanted to keep to yourself as well, maybe.
So Ben will give her his full name. Bara Anata, the whole thing.
that's, and I thought my name was a mouthful. That is,
But
I
call
am
Ben.
impressed. Ben, it's nice to meet you.
Name's just Yellow.
Cielo? Ain't you the cute little guy?
Well, hey.
When he's Ben's gonna look it out and kind of question mate.
I was gonna
Ah.
I was gonna slowly nod no.
Because I'm trying to think of the logistics of that one.
He's. I was like feverishly pulling his collar, like, no, stop, wait, hold on.
Stop! No! 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 No!
You like 'em big? Do you like 'em this big?
Oh, no, sorry. I meant, sorry. No, I meant nothing by it. Just, I don't get to see such, I don't get to see a lot of Padfoots around.
Oh yeah, well that's true. I mean, you're not wrong.
Oh, well, welcome.
I can
Yeah,
really hold my drink. I promise.
I believe you. I mean, you ordered 3.
Up front?
Oh yeah, I did. Hey Al, I probably can't drink 3. You should take one.
Want me to heat it up?
Yes, please.
All right.
We gonna. I'll do like a subtle nod, and we'll try and like sleight of hand it. I'll like
Perfect.
non-discreetly like wiggle my fingers every now and then, like pass it over, pass it over. Slide in, miss, or something. Do some dumb shit.
All right. Well, boys, here are your keys for your rooms. If there's anything else I can get you, just look for me. Name's Patas. If I hear any rumors, I will make sure to let those of you with dog tags know. Um, by all means. Other than that, have a good night. Feel free to mingle. Down here, there's about 15 other individuals. There's a large group of about 10, and then there's a group of 2 and a group of 3. The group of 10, she said, don't mind them. They're getting rowdy and excited to go do some of the tournament stuff.
Ah.
Oh yeah, there's a tournament.
But yeah, Patitas. She's a centaur. So she got,
I need it.
yes. So, sorry, Anita likes the name.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a
she
good
did
name.
inspire it. Yeah, the Patas kind of whips her thick braided hair off to the side. Just if you could do a remembrance on what she looks like. She's got thick braids of hair, female centaur. She's like a medium white kind of complexion on the human, when it comes to the human portion skin, and then she has like a milky chocolate brown fur for her hindquarters. She wears like a lovely styled kind of like vest with multiple pockets, and then she's got oversized gem earrings. Pleasant, but like we said, she's a tough broad. So, uh, that's that. And I think, unless if you guys have some mingling you want to do, we'll call the session here pretty soon. I would, by the way, on some of the drinks, we do have a spiked goat's milk for the evening. Fresh, came in, it's very good. Other than that, let me know if I can get you anything.
Thank you. And
Of course.
it's okay if you call me cute, I guess.
I appreciate that, cutie.
Aw.
Well,
She's a winner.
Ben
I look
turns
over at
out and
Ben.
shakes his head knowingly.
I lock eyes and nod knowingly as well.
See how that's how you do it.
That's where we're going with this.
No.
I,
You're
I think
getting Riz lessons from
I
the rabbit.
Yeah,
I
you
think when
just,
you're
you
I
just
think when you're
meet
3
cute.
drinks.
No.
So, with that, the Crass Menagerie have successfully gotten not one, but 2 different bands and groups of excursioners into Whitlaw safely and properly. Uh, you have now been given a new request and potentially new titles. You will have likely some access to some powerful individuals and diplomats, as well as who knows what else, what other perks and benefits will come for being honor guard or one of the council members for a time. We'll have to wait and see. And I have a lot of building to do. So, celebrations and drinks by the warm hearth, some mingling and some fun with the 15 other individuals, I'm sure is bound to happen. As the Crass Menagerie call it an evening, and that will be the end of session 170 at Bucking Mads.